Drum nerds, drum nerdesses, how's it going? I finally figured out how to stop making everything sound like an echo. If you could see all these little lines right here, all this, there's a bunch of mics. Apparently I've got about 5 different mics, even though I only have this one. Obviously there's mic on the headphones, but hopefully this sounds drier, cleaner, crisper. I was wondering why there was so much reverb and slapback. Your man was playing with far too many mics. Here we go. So Iron Maiden, Aces High. This is a NEMOPHILA, I hope I've said that correctly, cover. Also, before we get into it, hopefully you're enjoying this wonderful channel because of the wonderful family that you have all become, drum nerds and nerdesses. So if you haven't, definitely consider subscribing, joining the family. Also, going to throw this weird one at you here. Just a bit of a thinker. Would you rather have nipples for toes or toes for nipples? Now, personally, I don't want to stub my nipple, but I also don't want to stub my toe, really. But there you go. Think about it, put it in the comment section below, and let's get into it. I know very little about Iron Maiden. I know Nico McBrain is a wonderful drummer. I know he's not the original, if I'm not mistaken. He joined a few years later. But yeah, I've been a fan of Nico McBrain. So let's get into this. That was unfortunate. See, what I will point out as well, not that this needs to be said every time, but just really needs to be hammered home. Simplicity sounds the best more times than not, right? Da 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 da. But it's very basic. Also, by the way, on my previous video, yes, I missed a bunch of time signatures. I was really hyped up on coffee and just excited to learn everything I could about that. So, you know, we're all humans here. Oh! Just so happy to do that. I love it. Yes. They are very tight, right? That is weeks, months, years of rehearsal and probably friendship. See how constant and I know this is a cover, so I'm not necessarily, you know, we know what it is, but the consistency of that snare, obviously in placement, but in volume, just listen to it. It doesn't get louder or quieter. There's no noise. God damn this internet to hell. I like that. I like those steps. Wait. Yeah. Goodly done. Nice. See, I have little to say. There's not a lot I can be adding to this. I apologize in advance for not giving much, but they all know what the hell they're doing, and it's just really, really well done. That didn't make sense. I want to do that again because those look like toms. See, now I can't figure that one out because they didn't sound like that before. So I don't know if there's triggers on these toms, but those are toms. Those are not snare drums unless she's got the snom, that Thomas Lang thing, the snom or the tear, I guess you could call it, but I think it's more the snom. Where there are snare wires in the bottom of a tom size shell. I want to figure that out. Yeah, what's that all about? See, those are toms. Why were they snares before? Unless I'm missing something here. That's a snare. And now... they're toms. I'm not saying there's tomfoolery afoot, but I'm saying there's certainly something not adding up there. Whether they've gone in post and added snare effects to those hits on the first run and took them off on the second, or if there's triggers that they're working with. I'm trying to see if I can see any triggers. I will say I like the ebony Remo looking heads. I'm assuming that's what they are. And that looks like a Star Classic. It's nice in any event, although I'm not the biggest lover of Tamu, but I'm diverging from the main point. I want to understand where these snare toms are going. Because I don't know. I don't want to suspect suspiciousness. I do like alliteration. I'm not sure what we're dealing with here. Yeah. My mistake, those are Evans. I see the logo there. They're Evans heads, but they look like maybe Evans' answer to the ebony head. Yeah, so those are not snoms. Those aren't snoms. You can't see any snom attachment there on the bottom. So there are no snommy I don't know where I'm pointing up, I think, for where my clip is. Those are what looks like maybe 16 by 14 and a 16 by 16. I see no snare wires. Those are not snoms. So that snare sound was either triggered or added in post. I don't know what's going on here. If somebody knows, please fill me in. Maybe it was just a mistake and it should have been a snare roll and then went in post and added that and then just overdubbed it. I don't know. I feel like the moment that I've just realized Santa is not theoretically very real. So I'm a little bit sad right now, to be honest. Though that's not to suggest that this is out of any malevolence or malice. This could be pure innocence and just a bit of a mistake or something. I don't know. But I like my toms to sound like toms, and I like my snares to sound like snares. Call me a Puritan if you will. Maybe I'm being too pedantic. I will reserve my judgment for when the comment section erupts violently. Are those Istanbul symbols? And was that a Nickelback shirt? I very much doubt that, but I kind of hope so. No, that's Iron Maiden. Does that say Nickelback? I'm gonna cause a lot of division here, but I like Nickelback. I'm a proud Canadian. I grew up on some Nickelback and Three Doors Down, all that stuff. That looks like it says Nickelback. Props to her. Okay, so like that I wasn't expecting. I'll give her that. That was great. Still loving it. Big rock ending. Yeah, that was cool. I won't take any of that away from any of yous. Okay, we've got two flags that we need to address. The toms, the snare sounding toms, and the Nickelback shirt. Again, I'm a fan of Nickelback. I think they have a bit of nostalgia in my heart. Maybe that's why. They've got a, Chad Kroeger did come out and say a bit of suspicious words recently. Well, I say recently, years ago, that I don't necessarily endorse. I won't repeat them, but I still enjoy from time to time a good throwback sesh. Nickelback's Nickelback. It's like that cousin that you have, and you're just like, that's who he is. That's they're cool. Hey, let them be. Let them do their thing. but those snare sounding toms, I won't let that go. So this has been tumultuously turbulent. You know I like alliteration. This has been a wild ride. This has been intense. Let's find out. Let's get to the bottom of this. For a second, I thought my ring was on the other finger. This is a weird morning for me. I gotta be honest. Okay, I got my Timmy's coffee. My cup, not my coffee. Timmy's. I keep that reserved. That's very, very special occasions. So I'll stop wasting your time. We all need to pitter patter. So everybody, stay safe, be well. I hope you're having a great day in the world. Be happy, spread joy, and let's get behind the kit and make some magic. Keep your stick on the ice.